Have you ever started a Hyrox race feeling comfortable? Hit the halfway point. Every run feels slower. Every station feels harder. You're just trying to survive. Most athletes think that means they're not fit enough. But after racing the Hyrox myself and coaching athletes to do the same, I've realized that's not usually the real reason. In this video, I'm going to show you the 5 biggest reasons that athletes slow down in their Hyrox race. And more importantly, what you can do to stop it from happening. If we haven't met before, I'm Matt. I coach hybrid athletes to Hyrox and ATHX. And I'm also doing the same myself, competing later this year. One of the biggest improvements I have seen, both in my own racing and with the athletes I coach, hasn't come from simply getting fitter. It's come from removing the things that waste energy and cost time. Let's get into it. Problem is, it doesn't feel fast at the start, it feels comfortable. That's the trap. Your heart rate hasn't caught up with your effort yet. You feel good, you're going too fast, and by the time you realise it, the damage is already done. If you haven't seen my video on exactly what pace you should be running in Hyrox, I'll link it above. It shows you exactly the numbers you need to be running at. You don't win Hyrox in the first 10 minutes, but you can definitely lose it. Reason 2, your running form collapses under fatigue. This one is harder to see because it happens gradually. You don't notice it happening, but by the time you're on kilometre 6 or 7, you're running like a completely different athlete to the one who started. Stride shortens, cadence drops, posture collapses forward, shoulders rise, and every change makes you less efficient and slower, which means the same perceived effort produces less pace. The reason most athletes never fix this is simple. They only ever practice running when they're fresh. They go out for a run, they do a track session, they do it when they feel good. But in Hyrox, you never run fresh. You run after sled pushes, after wall balls, and after farmers carries. And if you never train that, your body doesn't know how to handle it. One of the most useful things I've done is film my running at the start of every session and at the end. The difference is striking. And once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. Reason 3, you're strong, but you're not fatigue resistant. This is the one I see most often in athletes who lift consistently. They've got a decent squat, good deadlift, they're not weak. There's a difference between what you can produce in a controlled environment when you're fresh and what you can produce after 40 minutes of racing with your heart rate elevated and your legs already burning. The lunges in training feel manageable. The lunges in a race on kilometre 7 after 6 runs, that's a different movement. Your body has to produce force under accumulated fatigue it's never experienced before, and that's a specific physical quality, fatigue resistance. It is trainable, but most athletes never actually train it. By the way, if you're not sure what your biggest limiter is, whether it's strength, fitness or work capacity, I've developed a free hybrid performance scorecard. The link is in the description. It's completely free. It takes 3 minutes and it's going to show you exactly where your weaknesses are and give you a free week of training to help it. Because the fix isn't lifting heavier, it's creating force production under fatigue when doing sleds, heavy farmer carry and lunges when you're already tired. Reason 4, and this is the one nobody talks about, you're losing time between stations. Not in the stations, between them. Walking into a station slowly, standing at the start before you begin, taking too long to settle, being slow to leave after you finish. These things feel tiny in the moment, but add them up across 8 stations at a full race and you're talking about 2, 3, maybe 4 minutes. Watch elite Hyrox athletes, they never stop moving with purpose. They arrive at a station already ready to go and they leave immediately. Every second of standing still is time on the clock. And here's the thing, you don't need to get fitter to fix this. You just need to stop giving away free time. Practice transitions in training. Every time you move between exercises, don't stop. Don't stand around and don't rest in transition. Just move. That habit built in training will transfer over to race day. Reason 5, and this one ties everything together. You're training hard, but you're not training specifically. Most athletes lift weights, go for runs, maybe do a fitness class, and they repeat that week after week. They're working hard, they're consistent. But Hyrox doesn't test your squat in isolation. It doesn't test your ability to run 5k. It tests your ability to run 1k, complete a sled push, run another k, do some burpees, keep running for an hour, 90 minutes, however long you're out there. That combination, running under fatigue, maintaining form as your posture degrades, producing force when you've got nothing left, that's a specific stimulus. And if you've never trained it specifically, you'll always slow down. So here are 3 things you can do this week. 1, run 3 times 1 kilometre at your race pace. This is after a heavy sled or a hard ski effort. This is not after rest. This is the single most transferable thing you can do for your Hyrox performance. 2, practice transitions every training session. When you move between exercises, don't stop moving. Build a habit now so it's automatic on race day. 3, film your running. Do it at the start and at the end of every session. Look for differences in your posture and your cadence. You will see things you cannot feel. Most athletes think they slow down because they need to get fitter. Sometimes that's true, but more often than not, they're leaking time in small areas across the race that add up over the entire event. Starting too fast, form collapsing, not being fatigue resistant, losing time between stations, not training specifically enough. Fix all of those things and you will often race faster without dramatically needing to improve your fitness. If you found this useful, please hit that like and the subscribe button, because every week I break down one part of hybrid performance to help you race faster and smarter. And if you want to understand exactly where you're leaking performance, not guessing a clear benchmark, the free hybrid performance scorecard is linked below. It's completely free and it'll give you a clear starting point.